This is WSM Nashville, 50,000 watt clear channel broadcasting service of the National Life and Accident Insurance Company. From Radio 65, it's Teddy Bart with the Mid-South's favorite telephone talk program. And now, here's Teddy.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show. This is one program that I'm looking forward to personally. For the last 3 years, it's been my pleasure to be host of WSM Radio's Waking Crew. And during that time, a lot of things have happened between 7:45 and 9 o'clock in the morning that we've received a lot of mail about and asked, could we hear that again? Fortunately, a lot of the songs, a lot of the stories, and a lot of the jokes have been preserved on tape. So for the next 90 minutes, I want you to be our guest as we recreate some of the highlights of past Waking Crew programs.
Is this going to be La Samba? This is one of my favorite songs. It features Doug on the drums and the muchachoing H.B. Johnson who does a Spanish dance while this song is being played. There he goes. The old bottom-bumping lure himself. Ready? Ready? Who kicks it off? Doug does, all right. No, that's not, no, that was the wrong song.
What?
Everybody's trying to replace the original whistler. This is the don-ta-don-ta-don-ta-don. Well, it's time now to talk to old Joe.
You know, I tried to get Snow White's autograph, and you know how sweet she is. You know,
She
really was sweet.
She was from the Enchanted Forest.
Right. I knew that, and I said, could I have your autograph? She says, don't bug me, kid, because I got 7 dwarfs that I got to take care of.
Well, she's a lovely girl from the forest. I remember last year. It hardly seems like a year, Bill. that you told us that there was a tragic story that took place at your house when you were a little boy. You wanted the cranberries, and your sister didn't let you have any cranberries. And I remember that everybody was breaking up and kind of leaving the studio. So what was that?
I will not tell it if you guys won't listen.
All right.
I mean, you've got to listen to the details. Why does everybody get it all fouled up? Oh, fouled hay. See the turkey fouled up? Anyhow.
Is this the one where the girl with the white dress gets hit with the cranberries?
I don't know. This is a different. No, that's a different story.
I don't know if I can make it funny.
Don't make it funny. Just tell it.
Lead me into it.
All right. You were home. You were a little boy. Billy McElhiney sitting around the table. He's eyeing the cranberries. Everybody has some, and you wanted the cranberries.
That wasn't it at all. No. The basic story is that my father loved cranberry sauce made the old traditional way with live cranberries. I mean, with seeds and all. And if we ever came up with I won't mention the name of the canned cranberry sauce, as a child, now this is just a kind of an example of philosophical reasoning and whatever. When I was a child, I thought that the cranberry sauce that came out of a can was good, and he thought that was ridiculous. You stupid little bum. What you want is real cranberry sauce.
Your father called you
No, that's my line. He never said anything such as that. And I like the sauce out of the can. Well, if he had been alive today, can you imagine, with the plastic society that we have today, how unhappy he would have been. That's all. Actually, I still like the cranberry sauce that comes out of a can very well. I like it. I'm not going to be critical about it. Okay?
Ta-da! That's the story. You know, as I think of the poetry of Robert Frost and Longfellow and all the wonderful Thanksgiving stories, I think of Bill's story with his cranberries. It goes nowhere. What?
When you have time, I had one little philosophical story about my recent trip. That we don't have time now.
Well, maybe later. I'll be back in the band later.
Do we have time now?
No. That's... What is this? Oh, like Monty Hall.
You know, Norm says a turkey's say in Poland?
What?
Gobelski.
They don't. He didn't say that at all. Listen, no, look at the clock. We've got to go. We've got to move on. We've got other things to do. We're going to, hey, yeah.
I want to hear a story about a German prisoner of war camp.
No, I don't want to. Don't tell me that story, okay? Why do you always give me, do you want to hear, and then you threaten me, and I never know whether it's good or bad. What?
This is straight.
Is it all right? You guys heard it? Okay, you had coffee over the story? All right. Is it okay, Jack? Jack wouldn't throw me a curve. Okay, Joe, what's the story?
Well, there's this broad.
No.
I can't tell.
Well, what?
Can I tell it later?
Yes, you can tell it later. I love show business.
Did you hear last year Joe and Norm went turkey hunting?
Is that right?
Did you hear about that?
No, I hadn't heard.
Well, they went out very early one morning as frost was on the ground, and Norm said, Norm said, well, how do you find these turkeys? Joe said, well, you just go until you find a couple of pair of tracks, set of tracks. And so they went out, and they ran across a set of tracks. Norm said, look, there's a set of tracks. Joe, you follow that set of tracks, and I'll follow this set. So Joe went off to the left, and Norm went off to the right, and they disappeared from out of sight of one another. And at exactly 5:32 in the morning, Joe shot and killed a 32-pound turkey, and Norm got hit by a train.
I didn't know that. You didn't know you were hit by a train.
It's not funny.
J.J. Zachary is our guest this morning. I want to lower just a little bit. Mr. Lamb, could you come on up here, please? Because every once in a while you have an opportunity to make an introduction over the air. I don't know if you two have had a chance to meet, but J.J. Zachary, I'd like you to meet Mr. Charles Lamb.
Pleased to meet you.
Mr. Lamb has been in the music business for a long time. J.J., of course, has come to Nashville. Very fine singer, appearing at one of the local clubs, and thought you two would like to meet each other.
We were just getting acquainted, Teddy.
Yes. Is there anything you might like to ask,
Well,
J.J.?
I'm anxiously waiting to hear her. I just met her, and we had a brief conversation over here.
What is there that you look for in an artist before you
right
sing?
now, particularly, I have a keen search on for a girl singer that also would lend herself perhaps to a very dignified type of modeling. Want to sing them with them, you know? And I was asking JJ, you don't string it for your regular singing, do you, or do you? You don't? Well, I wondered about that because I had an experience with some of the girls who worked the Gold Diggers, and it was quite interesting. And
What did they do?
oh, they do a little of it all. But if I may, I feel as if I would be able to ask her some better questions after I have heard her sing.
Any way that you'd like to do it. I respect that.
And I think then I can vision more of how she and I could talk. Does that sound agreeable to you?
Yes.
And I'm leaving it to you now.
Okay, JJ, what are you going to sing, hon?
Stop and smell the roses.
Stop and okay. Here's JJ Zachary.
Hey, mister, where you going in such a hurry? Don't you think it's time you realize now there's a whole lot more to life than work and worry? All the sweetest things in life are free right before your eyes. You got to stop and smell the roses. You got to count your many blessings every day. You're gonna find your way to heaven is a rough and a rocky road. You don't stop, smell the roses along the way. Before you went to work this morning in the city, did you take some time with your family? Did you kiss your wife and tell her that she's pretty? Did you take your children to your breast, love them tenderly? You got to stop and smell the roses. You got to count your many blessings every day. You're gonna find your way to heaven is a rough and a rocky road. You don't stop, smell the roses along the way. Did you ever take a walk through the forest? Stop and dream a while among the trees. You can look up through the leaves right straight to heaven, and you can almost hear the voice of God in each and every breeze. You got to stop and smell the roses. You got to count your many blessings every day. You're gonna find your way to heaven is a rough and a rocky road. If you don't stop, smell the roses along the way. You got to stop and smell the roses. You got to count your many blessings every day. You're gonna find your way to heaven is a rough and a rocky road. You don't stop, smell the roses along the way. Oh, you're gonna find your way to heaven is a rough and a rocky road. You don't stop, smell the roses along the way.
Nice. What do you think? That's JJ Zachary. Yes.
Oh, I'm telling you, JJ, man, you know some stuff, huh? She's got it together.
Doesn't she?
Where are you entertaining?
I'm at the Embers right now.
Oh, beautiful. Well, you stand up there for now over your regular act, or do you?
Pardon?
On your regular act, you don't stand for it, do you, or not? You don't?
No.
Huh? You study up there for your regular repertoire, don't you?
Yeah, right.
Well, I think that's terrific because, hey, I'm impressed.
Thank you
really.
very much. Thank you.
You've got a great bunch of people
She
here.
does. She
Teddy.
has a terrific voice.
Yeah,
She
the
really.
atmosphere is fantastic, and she just fits in beautifully.
Well, I think this band could make anybody sound pretty good.
Oh, they're terrific. You want to
really
sing it
good.
for your shows tonight, or will you be?
Pardon?
On your shows tonight, will you been singing it for them?
Will I sing this?
No, you misunderstood me.
I didn't understand what you said.
I was talking to a couple of the guys in the band a while ago, and we were amused about it when we were, just talking off cuff there. But stand up there for your show.
Standing up there for my show? I didn't understand what you said.
I'm a native
Are you
Tennessean. You're going to stay for tonight, won't you? Or will you?
Teddy, are you just going to stand there and not help me out at all?
No, I want you to tell him yes.
Yes.
Of course you will.
If you could, it would help me a lot, and perhaps maybe before I get out of town, like on some of these auditions that we're doing, we could work on a sonnet.
That's beautiful.
I mean, if you'd like to.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Because I'm really impressed, and just to say it publicly is not enough, you know?
Thank you very much.
You sing it for her, too.
Well,
really.
certainly. I would. I always did, and it helped me quite a bit, Charlie, in the years gone by, whenever you advised me to do that.
Surely. Well, could we talk about this
I'd
then?
love to, yes.
Okay. Would you like to do it now?
Well, I think that she has a couple of the songs to sing this morning,
Right.
and then maybe a little bit later while we could get together for
Yeah.
coffee or
Fine.
something like
Well,
that.
I'm
We
going to
could.
sing it for you could then. Will you?
I will.
Listen. Charlie, thank you so much. JJ will be back to semaphore some more songs for us a little bit later. JJ, let me explain. This is Charlie Lamb, and most of the people know him. And rather than, he truly is impressed with your work. But Charlie has been around here for a long time, and he used to be a performer, and part of his talent is doing a lot of double talk. And he has fooled people. All over the world. He has fooled people all over the world. I've seen him get up with politicians who have just gotten up and made beautiful speeches at dinners and so forth and talked about the foreign policy and the economy. Charlie would then get up and speak about the same thing, but nobody would understand what he's saying, and the politician would get back up and say, I want to reiterate that. I think he's right. And he didn't make a bit of sense. But really, he is impressed with your talent. I know he does want to talk to you and talk to you about the future, so it's not as if you were the brunt of the joke. He has heard you on the radio and really likes what you're doing. Charlie Lamb, thank you so much.
After he had plenty to report at 4 o'clock in the morning, Miss Matilda Barclay, the leading belle of the ball, and a New York heiress, eloped with a young Southerner. Now, elopement was bad enough, but to elope with a Southerner, considered socially unacceptable, was much worse. The scandal became so acute that the city council promptly passed a statute forbidding masked balls. 1841, Pierre Renoir, the French painter, was born in France. 1873. Not that funny, Joe. 1873, Enrico Caruso, the great operatic tenor, was born in Naples. And his name became so important in Italy that his native city dedicated the world's largest candle to his memory in 1924. They still light it once a year. And in 1928, marathon dancing became the national craze. Almost every sizable city staged dance endurance contests. And a New York newspaper reported that whenever you travel today in the United States, crowds of people collect in dingy halls, heavy with the odors of coffee and tobacco, to watch the disheveled couples, not a few of whom managed to remain on their feet for 80 running hours. And in 1928, this great song is rendered now by Jack Shook, Lonesome Road.
Look down that lonesome road before you travel on. Look up, and seek your Maker, for Gabriel blows his horn. Weary totin' such a load, traveling down that lonesome road. Look down that lonesome road before you travel on.
Thank you, Lonesome. That is a good one. Dutch, would you mind, it's been about 3 weeks since I've done a number on this program, sung a number on this program. Would you mind introducing my song for me, please?
Love to, Teddy. I mean, it's a little overcast outside, and of course, this has a tendency to be very depressing on people. And you've chosen a number here that I think just goes right along with that feeling here. And here we are with Teddy Bart with a very depressing number. I can't believe I'm losing you.
Not all that depressing.
I got the message when you said we could be friends. My love was true. I can't believe I'm losing you. We played a game of give and take, but I stopped playing when my heart began to break. I can't believe I'm losing you. Wish I could erase every little trace of love that's in the heart of me. Every little dream, every little scheme will always be a part of me. There's nothing left for me to do. We've passed the point of no return, and now we're through. It's still too new. I can't believe I'm losing you. It's still too new. I can't believe I'm losing you.
This is called The Candy Man. This was Sammy Davis's big record, wasn't it? This is Joyce Cobb's version.
Take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two. The Candy Man, the Candy Man can. The Candy Man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Who can take a rainbow, wrap it in a sigh, soak it in the sun and make a strawberry lemon pie? The Candy Man, the Candy Man can. The Candy Man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. The Candy Man makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. Talk about your childhood wishes. You can even eat the dishes. Who can take tomorrow, dip it in a dream, separate the sorrow and collect up all the cream? The Candy Man, Candyman can. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love that makes the world taste good. The Candyman makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. Talk about your childhood wishes. You can even eat the dishes. Who can take tomorrow, dip it in a dream, separate the sorrow and collect up all the cream? The Candyman. The Candyman can. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Oh Candyman, 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 oh Candyman.
Nice, Joyce. Thank you. Joyce Cobb, the Candyman.
See her coming down the street.
That's Uncle Dutch.
Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Ain't she nice?
Yes.
Look her over once or twice. Now I ask you very confidentially, now ain't she nice? Just cast an eye in Pam's direction. Oh me, oh my. Yeah, haha, that's perfection. Now I repeat, children, don't you think that's kind of neat? Can I ask you very confidentially, ain't Pam sweet?
Oh, ain't she sweet? See her coming down the street. Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Ain't she nice? Look her over once or twice. Now I ask you very confidentially, ain't she nice? Just cast an eye in her direction. Oh me, oh my, that's that perfection. I repeat, don't you think that's kind of neat? And I ask you very confidentially, ain't
was fine, fellas.
I can't think of a sport that where there is dishonesty, and that goes for wrestling too. I mean, it's a sport. Everybody is in there, not only to win, but to play the game fair and square. That's the purpose of sports. It builds character. Forward to going into life. It's going to be the influence on your life. And wrestling, one of the greatest honor sports that you'll find early played. Men are great. They're fighting. They're fighting. They're working hard. All you sports, young and old, my hat's off to you. Glory be. Glory be to you. And glory be to the school.
represent.
Hello, Dolly, yes, hello, Dolly. It's so nice to have you back where you belong. You're looking swell, Dolly, I can tell. Dolly, you're still going, you're still crowing, you're still going strong. I feel the room swaying, but the band's playing one of your old favorite songs from way back when. So take her rap, fellas, find her an empty lap, fellas. Dolly'll never go away again. Feel that room swaying, but the band's still playing one of your old favorite songs from way back when. So, golly gee, fellas, find her a vacant knee, fellas. Dolly'll never go